Hey everyone, thanks for watching another episode of Sworn Outdoors. On this episode, join me for my Indiana 2017 deer season. The season has a lot of ups and downs. We start out strong by getting my wife a nice mature buck. My dad comes to town for rifle season and we finally get it done. So give this episode a watch and let us know what you think.
Me?
What is that?
I can't stop shaking.
Well, here he is. Leslie got him. Her first buck ever. Her first deer ever. We've been hunting really hard.
So up to this point, I've seen a lot of good bucks come and go, but nothing quite the caliber that I wanted to harvest this year. And finally, on November 11th, I get in the stand. It's a nice morning, and I have a nice buck come right into me, 8 yards, and I mess it up.
All right, well, it's November 11th, and I snuck in here and had a couple deer under me this morning. They blew at me. It is freezing cold, but it is prime time, and hopefully me and Ryan can both get it done today. He's hunting hard, I'm hunting hard, so we'll see what happens. It's about 24 degrees, so the big boys should be up and moving if they're not locked down with the doe.
So in all the excitement of this buck going back and forth zigzagging, I'm trying to anticipate where he's going to be to get the camera on him, but I can't figure out where he's going. And when I finally do figure out that he's going to go a certain way, I set the camera, I go to draw back, and I hit my trigger, dink an arrow off at him. and he's just too close to get another arrow. So as disappointing as that situation was, I knew that there were bigger bucks in the area and that buck could possibly come back by at any moment. So I hunted hard for the next few days, but with no luck. It's finally gun season and my dad comes to town for our annual father-son hunting trip that we always do, and the action picked up.
That one's limping. Are you cold? Well, it's November 19th, and it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We just got in the stand. Dad's got the rifle on the back side of the tree, and I got my bow. So we're back down here where I missed that opportunity at that big buck. So the water's up, so we're gonna hold the deer actually on this side of the creek and see what happens tonight. So it's cold and windy, but down in this bottom it's not bad. So stick with us. Got him. Yep. Yep. Okay. November 19th, Sunday evening. Yeah, we had a good one come in on us. He almost, I thought he was going to get away, and Clint did some, I'm going to call it some really good grunting, and brought him right back down on us. And he was about to get around the tree to where I couldn't get a shot. And I had one good opening, and I took it. And I got a good shot on him, and he didn't go 40 or 50 feet. All right, I did get down out of this tree. I'm not real good with climbing sticks. I like my ladder stands, but we're on the ground. I'm gonna get over here and check out this big buck. Real happy it's a good buck. Follow us over and let's see what it looks like up close.
we found a guy. He didn't go nowhere. Probably run 40, 50 feet from where I shot him. He is a huge bodied deer. Has one point broke off on the backside, which has been broke off for a while. He's still a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still an 8 point. He's got a double eyebrow. Old deer. I'd say he's fairly old. Boy, it was a good one.
So my dad was super excited to get a nice Indiana buck in the limited amount of time he had to hunt. The next morning, I hit the woods by myself so my dad could sleep in. I jump a buck up on my way in, grunt him back under the stand, and from the moment the sun came up, I had non-stop buck action.
Shot the buck that I missed during bow season. I had so much buck activity this morning. Had some little ones messing around, biting in front of me. And then he comes strolling in the same way he did during bow. And I shot him. I think I shot him in the shoulder because I buckled him over. And he crashed in front of me. And I couldn't get a second shot because of the limbs and stuff. And he got up, took off again, and then he's down right there. So I hit him in the shoulder and he kind of buckled up, and I thought he was down, and then he jumped up and started to run again, but he was obviously not going very far. So I climbed down out of my stand and walked over to him, and he was actually down in the creek. He crossed the creek to the other bank, but he couldn't get up the bank, so I shot him again. I didn't get any of that on film. I'm not worried about it. I just wanted to hurry up and end his suffering. So he's down on the other side of the creek, so I got across the creek. My dad's on the way, and we're gonna get him drug out of here and show you some pictures, and it's a good morning.
Man, I'm excited for this buck. He's got shorter tines, but he's got a lot of character. And I'm just tickled to have got him after missing him on bow during bow season. So let me walk up here and show you what he looks like. Man, what a buck. Came in this morning, spooked a buck off, walking in, got in a little late, and grunted a few times. He came back and ended up having 3 bucks come down in front of me, start sparring in front of me, and I look up, and here's this big boy. Man, what an Indiana bruiser. Such a unique rack, too. He's got like a really wide antler on his right side. So, missed him during bow, went to draw back at 8 yards and hit my trigger, and the arrow dinked off at him. And man, I was so bummed. Thought, man, I'm never going to see this buck again, but I was optimistic. Thought maybe there's a bigger one, or maybe he'll come back. And sure enough, man, my dad killed one last night, and then this guy comes in this morning and gives me a 50-yard broadside shot. Probably could have had my bow, but super excited for this deer to be on the wall and in the freezer. And man, I love deer hunting. I'd like to thank our sponsors. Habit brand camo, it's what I'm wearing right now, man. Keeps me warm on these nice, cool, crisp mornings, even when it's windy. Hunter's Cloak, it's an awesome product. We use it all the time. Timmons Feed, love you guys. Thanks for hooking us up. It's just awesome. I love deer hunting. I love this so much, and this is just so much reward. My dad's in town from Tennessee. Got him a buck yesterday. Come back to the same stand this morning. Put the smack down on this big guy. So I got him drug up out of the creek. Gonna field dress him. Hopefully my dad will be here soon, help me drag him the rest of the way and get out of here. Sworn Outdoors, man. I love it. Love filming my hunts. I love bringing them to you guys. I hope you enjoy them. It's awesome. Couldn't ask for anything better. Thank the Lord. God blesses me beyond what I deserve.
Thanks again for watching Sworn Outdoors. If you like this video and you would like to see more like it, subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, and as always, be safe in the field and God bless.